Like
Like
Alaikum salam, brother. How you doing?
I'm making
All right. Were you able to get your townhouse in Tehran sold in time?
man, that's a shame, brother. That's a shame. It's a shame. But
Which one?
you know that Israel has a lot of ops over there in Iran.
Oh yeah, because
A lot of them are Jews,
some
right? Huh?
yes,
A lot of Jews over there.
that's something I didn't know till about 3 or 4 years ago.
Hmm.
Of how many Israelis or Jewish people live in Iran, how many Israelis have family members
Hmm.
that stayed in Iran
Hmm.
after 1979. I wasn't aware of that. I thought most of the people of Jewish faith had gotten out when that happened, but there's quite a few.
That's what keep that so-called protest going.
Yep, it
And
keeps that going. Plus the fact that a lot of them have infiltrated into the business, politics, and
hmm
everything else. They're spies. Practically
Exactly.
stuff. Right.
Exactly. Exactly, brother. And then by the time the media, like, they're spreading that lie that they killed 30,000 protesters.
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm sure that number has been doubled 30 times over. So that gets the sympathy over here, along with the amount of donations APAC be giving these people, especially Negroes.
Yeah.
So it's a shame, brother. Hate to see it like that, but Allah's the best knower, man. Allah's the best knower.
So they're supposedly meeting today and tomorrow to choose the next. They actually call this person supreme leader or Ayatollah. Whatever the guy that just got killed. They're meeting today and tomorrow to decide on a replacement. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't think I would raise my hand and want to get that job right now.
Well, they need to do it by committee.
Just saying that there's a very good chance that if you're elected to that particular position on Tuesday, that your house gets bombed on Thursday.
Right. True.
Because I don't think this is going to stop anytime soon.
No, well, no, it won't. Trump might try to get out. You know, he only did it for popularity boost.
In the Middle East, because he's not getting a popularity boost here.
Well, I saw somewhere that 35% approved of the mission and 50% disapproved.
Yeah, that 35% though, that has hung with him since he first ran for president back
Yeah,
in what,
but
2016?
his popularity dropped below 35%. That's what I'm saying.
Right. But I mean, even his, if you look at the popularity numbers, if you sent people to the voting booth today,
Mm-hmm.
there's 35 to 40% of people who are going to vote for him. They might
Yeah,
be
that's true.
mad that their Medicare got cut or something like that. If you ask them a specific question, his popularity is down. But
Yeah.
if you ask them who they would vote for, he's got 35 to 40% locked.
Oh, okay.
You know, because they don't even like themselves. They like him more than they like themselves.
Oh, no. They hate us.
Well, that too. Well, okay, yeah. Now that's a good point. They hate us so much that they will hurt themselves.
Yeah, we see we the red meat for the rabid dog. So every time things get slow down,
But
he throws some red meat at her. Us.
but the weird thing is that rabid dog will chew off its own leg if it's told that it'll hurt us.
Yep. You got that. You got that, brother. Unfortunately.
Assalamu alaikum, brother Omar, Imam Tariq.
Assalamu alaikum Ramadan Mubarak.
I'm not
Ramadan
about it.
Mubarak.
Walaikum assalam.
So we were just sitting here trying to solve the world's problems.
Yeah.
And once again we've come up short. Because nobody will listen to us.
On the line with the Black Caucus, right?
Mhm.
So one of the guys, we had a chat. So one of the members mentioned that they were glad no troops were killed, right?
Okay.
So I said, well, see if I can find that post. I said, I'm not feeling that, because I'm still upset that 50 Iranian children died.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, I feel much better if those 51 children had not died. But they say that I see no U.S. casualties so far. Should that make everyone feel better? I put not me. Now keep in mind, I'm in Fayetteville now, right?
Right. Yeah. Yeah. You're right there at one of the big bases.
Oh man, my place right now is about 2 miles from the gate. So if some bombs get over here, I'm in the way. So I mean that's what I'm dealing with, right?
Right.
So the guy tried to get out of it, said he don't want to have any religious debates. Now, that's all they've been doing, talking religion. How Jesus doing? I, I got to go through all that.
Mm.
I said, this isn't a debate about religion. It's a debate. It's a debate about religious justification for this unrighteous war. You know, because they got Negroes all hand tied because they talking about Judeo-Christian beliefs and that kind of thing. That's how they do it with ignorant people.
Of course.
And I have to endure that kind of topic, so I just bow out. But I couldn't bow out this one. So they might come for my post next week. Ask me to sit down. Gladly. Gladly get the seat up. So, you know, alhamdulillah. And something happened to me real strange yesterday. I'm in the line at the health food store,
Hmm.
and there was a line next to me. There's another register next to where I was, and the cashier walked away I thought to get some price checks or whatever. I guess she took too long. So there was a young Caucasian in that line, and he comes in front of my line, in front of me, because his brother's in front of me. I don't care what you say. Whatever, I'm going up here. So, oh my gosh, thank God it's Ramadan. So I said, man, if you need it, all you had to do was ask. I ain't worried about it. I'm tired of being disrespected. I don't know who disrespected him or not. So I started to say, you being treated like me. But I backed up because I saw it could be just my test. He probably would have tried to hit me and I'd have retaliated. You know what I mean?
Right.
I just backed up. Well, go ahead, man. Do what you got to do. So I said that was my Ramadan test, bro.
I can appreciate that. Yeah.
Yeah, that was my Ramadan test. So then I said, let me hear him go to work, man, for some other nut come up. So how's everybody else fast coming?
Mine has been
Good.
relatively easy. Been a good fast so far.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We got the first 10 days out the way. Now we're in the second 10.
Yeah. And usually the first 10 days is usually the hardest for me. Um, just because, blood sugar fluctuations
Mm-hmm.
and stuff like that. And this year has not been difficult at all. So, alhamdulillah. Oh, man. So these are what we're waiting on. Rabbani, Imam Talib, maybe Sister Martha. I think she has. They do have some stuff Sunday morning that starts about the same time as we now start. So let's go ahead and it's 12 after little. Let's go ahead and open up, Adam, if you would you open this up? Let's do
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين.
mean. All right, so I have no updates on anything at this point in time. I know we'd ask Omar and Imam Talib to do a couple of things, but I don't think any of those particular things were pressing either, given uh, the season that we're in and everything. So if I had any questions at all, it would simply be about us discussing the format that we plan on using. Oh, that's it. So I mean that, and this kind of ties in together. So Omar, we're doing the seminars on your Zoom platform, your account. When we do them, what type of presentation format do we want to use? Do we want to have someone that's like a master of ceremonies to introduce the presenters for that evening? We simply want to have basically like a hold open, just open with the dua and get right into things with whoever's doing the presentation that particular evening. Have you
Yeah,
and Imam Talib talked about that?
no, not specifically kind of like the layout of the programming, but my thoughts is what you had stated last around opening the program up, with a dua, and then allowing the facilitator to move through the information
Okay.
for that particular evening.
Okay. That's clean. I mean, we're definitely not going to have any wasted steps doing it that way. Okay. And have you gone into Zoom already and set everything up so that there's a link that we can start attaching to, whatever we're going to send out? I mean, we've already got the flyers that you guys created. Will we have the flyers that will have a link on them? Do we need to send the flyers out continuously and then obviously include in whatever communication we're using the Zoom link? Do we
Yeah,
have,
so the Zoom link will not be on any like external communication
okay,
platforms. The
okay.
Zoom
Oh,
link will
that's
only
right.
be
They've got to register to get the
that
Zoom
is
link.
correct, and they have to
Okay,
pay for the webinar.
okay,
And when they pay, they receive an email with all of the information required for them to access the webinar. So that
there
would
we
be the
go. Okay,
link, any kind of pre-work that they need to do, chapters that they need to read, etc.
okay. All right. So the flyers that we have presently, you have the ability to update those flyers so that hello, Imam, Hassan is calling me. I'm sure he's trying to get a link to get in. Pardon me 1 second. Assalamu alaikum, brother Hassan. Assalamu alaikum. I apologize for that. He said his computer had crashed and he'd lost it, so I just had to send him the link again to be able to join us. Okay, so as I was saying, so that you will update the flyers. We don't have to get a new flyer because it's all on. As long as they have the information that sends them to the website, they'll be able to pay for the thing and get all the information that they need. We don't have to
That
change
is
anything with
correct.
what we've got. Okay.
That is correct. So that QR code, when they scan that, it
Hmm.
will take them directly to the landing page to register.
Okay. That's sweet. Yeah, that is a sweet deal. So that was my only question. I mean, that if that's set, then and we're using that particular format for presentation, we're good to go.
We just need to figure out which payment system we're going to use. Is it Square? Is it PayPal? Is it, y'all mentioned another one too. I can't
Yeah,
remember.
that
Oh,
Zeppy,
yeah,
Zeppy, Zep.
Zappy. Yeah.
Yeah. Any updates on that, Adam?
Hold on. 1 second.
Okay.
Oh, I thought it was on mute. Okay, sorry. Uh, I think I've established a Zippy account. Well, I
Okay.
have established a Zippy account. Um, but haven't had time to set it up. I need somebody with more computer savvy to set it up in terms of how it's going to flow and things like that. But the account is established.
Okay. So did Omar, does he just need to share that information with you?
Yeah, he can share that information with me, maybe the login and username, and I can take it from there.
Yeah, I'm actually
And I
know.
and I will share, make sure that you have the information, Adam, how it is set up and how you can continue to access.
Okay.
Is it just so Adam, you've already set it up so it's tied into Bank of America?
No, I hadn't gone that far yet.
Okay.
Oh, as a matter of fact, that's the next question. Link your bank account. I'm sure
Okay. Okay.
because it was
So
asking me how I want the campaign to look and what kind of pictures you want. I ain't have time for that, man. I shut
Yeah,
it
just
down.
send it to me, Imam, Adam, and I
But,
will
but I'll
I
do
will
the
take
bank.
care of the rest of it.
I do the banking stuff now. Okay.
Okay, yes, do the bank stuff, and then whatever you can't do, just send it to me, and I'll take care of it.
All right. Now I'll send you the login information. All right. We'll do it that way. I'll put it. You want to put it in chat or how you want to do it?
just send it to Omar direct.
Okay, I'll send
Yeah,
it to you
you can
direct.
send it. You can send it in chat, but you can select my name, and I get it directly.
Okay. Let me do it. Do it to you direct. All right. Great. Go ahead on. Yeah, I'll continue on while I do this.
Okay. So Sister Patricia is asking in the chat about the dates, and I think we had said 24th of this month. Now we're in March. Is will be the first session, and the cost for these seminars it's $75. Please correct me if I'm wrong. And I think we did conclude that Zepi not only is efficient, but is also, at least from our end of the arrangement, it's also the least expensive payment portal that we were presented with. Because there's basically no cost to us for using ZEPI at all. And I think that would pretty much answer those questions. Assalamu alaikum, Imam Talib. Welcome. Brother Hassan Shamsuddin. Welcome.
Ramadan Mubarak.
Ramadan Mubarak.
Ramadan Mubarak.
So I'm sure you caught the tail end of that, Imam Talib, that Adam is finishing the setup on the ZEPI,
Okay.
the ZEPI account, and we'll then get that information to Omar so that it's tied into everything else that we've got for people to actually be able to purchase tickets and, be in attendance.
So if I remember, if I recall the email that we got from Flipcars, we'll need to get a link from ZEPI that Flipcars can upload to our website.
Yeah,
Did everybody
and that's
get
just
that?
that would just be for general fundraising, like if somebody wants to
Okay.
make a donation or continuous donation. Omar is going to take that same information that we're going to put on the website. He's going to apply it to everything that's been created for the seminars so that people who are registering, that when they do sign up for it, that they have that portal that's available to them. So I guess they're going to be able to use a QR code that we've created to get there, or
So
whatever links we've already created. Is that going to take them to the website? Or are people still going to have to go to the website for all of this, or will they be able to do it offline?
So the QR code, when they scan that QR code, it takes them directly to the page where they need to register.
right,
Okay.
Everything will be taken there, even if I set it up for the payment is taken right there on that site.
right,
It may redirect them, but that's okay. It's still within the process that they need to finish with registering, paying, and then once they pay, they will receive an email really from the jot form system with all
right.
of the information they need
That's
to
right.
to
Yep.
address to access the webinar.
Right. Okay. So it'll still be ZEPI, but it'll go through the jot form. Am I right?
You are correct. So everything and how I am setting it up, jot form allows me to put in financial info. Well, not really even financial information, but it's a link that direct. This is all behind the scenes. No one sees
Right.
this.
That's right. Yes.
But you put the information in on where you want to direct the payment to,
Mm-hmm.
and then
Okay.
it goes through that authentication process and all of that, right?
Right.
I will
Right.
need to test the system, to make sure that authentication is valid,
Right.
certification, all that stuff can kick a processing out. So you
Right.
need to verify that it can authenticate and that it can verify the certificate to
Right.
accept payment,
Okay.
etc.
I'm just I'm concurring with you because I have a similar setup on Avoid a Messy Death. Where people can actually go online, fill out a jot form, and then they can. I used to allow them to schedule for their free consultation, but that got a little bit problematic, because I didn't necessarily have office hours where I'm sitting there waiting for you to, fill out a form and get to me. So I changed it slightly, but as people begin to go through the process, they'll be able to pay online through through a portal that I have set up through the jot form. So you can either get a package or you can get stuff a la carte. So, um, yeah, so I get how it's going to work. I'm I'm not as familiar with it as you are, but everything that you were describing, um, I can certainly confirm because that's the way it happens for me. Yep. So yeah, I'm glad that's going to work out. Yeah, I'm glad that's going to work
Yeah,
out.
I only know because, setting these things up, sometimes you make mistakes in how you set it up. And then
Yeah.
I learned that you need to test this stuff, right? Because we made stuff live before, and then people can't
Hmm.
pay for it because they get an error message, and then you got
Right.
to try to figure. So figuring that stuff out has really, educated me on what you need to do on the front
Yes,
end to
sir.
kind of frustrate your customer.
Right. 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 Yep. Yep. Well, we have we we've had the experience on this. At least my wife has had the same experiences that you've had. Just in terms of being able to test stuff and make sure that it's secure. And in one case, with one of her ebooks, um, we had to use a platform that would not allow people to be able to share the book without paying for it. And all of that stuff was trial and error. I mean, in fact, we went from one pay format to another because we discovered after maybe about 24, might have been 24, no more than 48 hours of sales, that it wasn't working out the way that we or that she had anticipated. So we quickly pulled it off, set up, pulled the old one out, set the new one in, and it's pretty much been smooth sailing since then. But it's all trial and error. Mm.
What system are you all using that protects your PDF from being shared? Um,
Hold on a minute, and I'll
yeah.
find out. Um, I'll tell you because I can't. She's told me two, three times. I can't remember what it is, but I think she's downstairs. Let me just go ask, and I'll let you know.
Yeah, whatever that system is, and maybe there's more than one. There are a lot of people who are starting to use that. I actually got somebody sent me an excerpt of a book this past week, and it just looks like a regular PDF. But so I wanted to share a passage with somebody, can't do it. You have to buy the whole thing to be able to, have that kind of access. So pretty interesting. So while we wait on Imam Top to come back, anyone else have any questions, concerns, things that we need to touch on this morning? Assalamu alaikum, Rabani and Mama Mubarak. I saw you come
Walaikum
into the house.
assalam.
Good to good to
Tried to
hear you,
sneak,
brother.
tried to sneak in.
That's quite all right. Glad to have you, brother.
Alhamdulillah.
Assalamu alaikum. Omar. What do you
Yes,
call it?
sir.
She designed the book in Pages, and the platform she's using is Hazen, Hazen. And she made sure to tell me that the only reason that it's in Hazen is because it's a flip book.
Okay. Okay.
All
Because I
right,
was
is
doing
that
some, yeah, I can definitely do some further research on that.
right? But
I
yeah,
was
check
looking
check
at,
out Hazen
okay.
because they have a platform that will allow sales to that one person, and I think it must read some sort of computer algorithm, where you can't uh, once I think she has to send you some sort of passcode or pass
Yeah, it's a
key or
code that
something.
you use, and they only can
Yes,
enter that code, yeah, one
right,
time. Yeah.
right. Yep. And then
And
that
the
that
the
gives you the access.
spelling of Hazen
Mm.
is
Oh,
HEYZINE.
okay. I stand corrected. Okay. All right.
Spell that again,
It's
Edward.
it's
Hey.
HEYZINE. Hazen Flip
Okay, good.
Books. Because I got like the one I was telling you about, I just went and opened it up again to look at it. And it's from Quran Shakir and Mark Shahid, the one they sent me this week, and it's a Hazen flip book.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. And I didn't ask her about the one. I didn't ask her about the one I think she may have initially tried and it wasn't working out. So but I'll see if I can direct her once again back towards that conversation about that because I think she's in the process of coming out with another publication, but I'm not sure how she's going to do this one. So, but I'll see about what I can do about getting some more information from her that could be beneficial to us. Yeah, I'm glad Edward gave you that spelling because I don't think you would have ever found that joint. So, sir. Mhm.
Yeah, it didn't even strike me until you said it. Because I mean I have looked at the company, that produced it because I
Mhm.
was going through the book that they sent me. But I said, God, that sounds familiar. Flip book. Because it was
Mhm.
really the flip book part that got me more than the Hazen. But anyway.
Mhm. Now, interestingly enough, but if I just put in Hazen flip books
Hmm.
spelled the way I thought it was,
Yeah.
and man, this AI thing it says, okay, well that's what you thought, but here's what it is. they give you they give you the correct spelling, so take you right to the site. All right,
Yeah,
well,
it's this agentic AI that's out there. This stuff is amazing. It's absolutely amazing. So my son the other day, he and somebody that works at one of his graduate students that works in the lab, they created an AI agent to help them with graphing all the research data that they have coming in from whatever they're gathering. But underneath that particular supervising agentic agent, they have 8 other agentic agents that work for the supervising agent. And all of those are in a particular category, let's say they were doing something that had to do with responses by race or responses by age or responses by sex or whatever, each one of those agents that's underneath the supervising agent has a particular role, that they're only supposed to deal with things that deal with African Americans or Asians or Latinos or whatever. Or they may only deal with something that has to do with females aged 25 through 45. And that's all they can deal with. So there are guardrails on all the stuff that they do. And then the supervising agent then overlooks their work, checks their work, corrects their work. And then once it's created all of this, then it puts it into the approved whatever format, university research format. But before it sends it on to my son, it goes back and checks its work, and it won't send any completed work to my son until it is at least 95% sure that it is correct in all of its calculations. I'm just like, and I said, well, how long did it take you to create all this? And he said less than 45 minutes. And it was all just basically verbal prompts of telling the AI, I think he used Scholastic GPT, telling it what it wanted from it. And then it does it. And of course, I mean, they're going to do the human thing of go back in and check the AI's work before they write it up to, present it for peer review and all that stuff for publication. But he says it'll save them probably 10 days worth of work. We'll shave 10 days off of them getting the research ready for presentation, ready for publication. Not bad.
All right, so I have got matter of fact, I'm gonna take some of the flyers with me. I gotta get ready for a Masjid Muhammad community meeting.
Okay.
So I'm gonna exit myself, and I'm gonna be taking some a few of the flyers over there and some of the brochures that we have, and give some of those out, and encourage people not only to join the webinar March the 24th, but more importantly to register as a member of Graceline. So I'm gonna have my work cut out for me. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and excuse myself and start getting ready for that.
Okay. And next Sunday, you will be back again on Study Al Islam as well.
Yep. I gotta get that presentation together as well. That one, let's see.
That's about avoiding probate or prolonged probate or something along those lines.
I think it's something something having to do with small estates.
Okay.
The things that you can put in place that will allow you to or allow your personal representative to request a small estate application, which every state has. the point being that you'd be looking, the court would look at the calendar for those applications, and essentially what it allows for is for your family to be able to go through the probate process between 30 and 90 days.
Mhm.
I found out, for example, in Virginia, they do it in cycles. So once or twice a month, they will hold um, small estate probate. And once you file that application, they bring you in. And if everything is in order, it is a strong possibility that you can be out the same day.
Hmm.
That does not allow that same day process does not consider um, those one or two relatives that may come in and you want to gum up the works.
Hmm.
You know, but you know, but my responsibility is going to be to show the community the things that you can put in place while you're alive in order uh, for your for your loved ones to be able to at least put in the application for the small estate.
Yeah.
And it's not complicated. I mean, it's just making sure all your beneficiaries are being named, and in any of those financial products that allow for you to leave those assets to someone, and that's going to reduce whatever goes into your final estate. So, so yeah, that's what we'll be dealing with next week. And then I think from there in April, it's going to be uh, financial power of attorney, no, healthcare, an advanced directive, and then financial power of attorney. And then in June, which is the last one, it's going to be, uh, how to start the process of generational wealth building. So um, I've certainly got my work cut out for me, and maybe my biggest hope right now is by next week I will have my office at at least 65% complete, and I can get back to my desk and where I was, and get some of this stuff better situated than what I got right now. Because man, it's been a mess up here too long, but I'm close. Yeah, I'm close. We just hung the fans up yesterday, and I got some stuff boxed up, and I'm ready to move back where I was. And it ain't but shit. I'm not moving. I'm not moving, but maybe 20 feet across the room. So it's not like I got to go to another floor, you know. So, but anyway, all right.
But
Sounds,
Brother
it
Tyler,
sounds like me.
Yes, sir. Yeah,
yeah, I checked the chat and I got a message just for you.
just for me.
Well, actually, for everybody, so everybody can check it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, in the spirit of Ramadan, let's get that done.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Yes, sir. And look, and people are sure not being shy about asking for money. That's what
Oh man.
and we coming up on the I don't know what like the midterm political season, and I mean they starting to pick up here in DC with the local elections. And I'm sure I'm not the only jurisdiction, but
Primary.
all of them is asking for money.
I made the mistake of giving a donation to what was that?
Act Blue, probably.
Act Blue, yeah.
Oh man.
Man, they share my stuff with everybody.
Oh yeah.
Out
Yeah,
there, out there in Oregon. I don't even know anybody in Oregon. So now if I want to send a donation to somebody, I mail them a check. That way I ain't
yeah,
got to
I
worry
don't
about
blame you. That's right. That's right. All right, y'all. I'm out. Peace and blessings and Ramadan Mubarak. I'm out.
Ramadan, but have a good one.
Tyler, before you leave, Tyler,
Yeah.
did you send me anything in the email? Because I haven't seen it.
For
Huh?
South Carolina,
Yeah.
no, I have not.
Oh, okay.
Wait a minute, let me look at something here. Because I had let me see. Did I keep you wait a minute. Okay, yeah, I've still got you. Yeah, I've still got you pulled up, but
Okay.
I have, let me see, did I do it? No, but what I have not done is I want to make it, I want to make it unique to you, and I have not done that. So I still need to do that. And essentially what I do is take those the documents that are state approved,
Yeah.
and on those that, for example, the advance directive, the will, all of the documents, I have the BISMA, at the top in both Arabic and English. But then there are sections that I add to each one of them that I need your approval as to some of the edicts that I've put in for our dean. Certain declarations that I've made for like an Islamic will. There's certain things that I may have inserted that some Muslims, want to take out, depending on, their own disposition. What a law describes in Quran as your shakila, and by example, I had a brother, I had a couple of brothers and a sister who wanted to give specifics about their janazah service, and they were as detailed as wanting a simple grave marker with no symbols, or no star and crescent, or nothing like that on their grave. Whereas other Muslims may already have a grave marker that they've paid for, and that's already there. I mean, however they've done that. So, they may want to strike that from the documents. The same applies to organ donation. I have discussions with clients, particularly Muslim clients, as to, well, actually all my clients, to determine whether or not they want to make organ donations, and in doing so, if they choose not to, then my next question to them is to check their driver's license to make sure that they are not listed on the driver's license as a organ donor. Because, because these are things that we tend to forget about.
Right.
Because most licenses now, where licenses used to last like a couple, 3 years, I think here in DC, you might be able to get one that'll last you anywhere from 6 to 8 years. So,
Yeah.
Maybe 6 to 8 years ago, you said you wanted to be an organ donor, and now you don't. So,
Give me back.
and the
Give
other
me back
thing,
my liver.
yeah, well, the other thing that some people are asking to do is rather than taking all their organs, they may decide on one. I mean, I got a client that wants to donate her kidneys. Another that wants to donate a liver. But anything else they want to have remain intact. I do plan on, because I've had that requested a couple of times, I do want to speak to a couple of physicians that I know to see, in that time period, when you have officially been declared dead, hospitals and doctors and people that extract the organs, are they set up so that they can extract the organ that you've requested? I don't know. I do know that your eyes and your tissues can be separate from your organs because they're not organs. But for the first time, this is the first time I've had people to ask or say what organ they want to donate. So, but anyway, I'm glad you reminded me of that. In fact, what I'll do, let's see, 12, 30, yeah, let me see if I can, yeah, okay. So let me see, I got your, what is this? Okay, this must be, okay, this is South Carolina's, all right, so I've got the advance directive and the will in front of me. So I'll start with those two. And then I'll pull and send you the rest, inshallah. It'll probably be after Ramadan.
Okay.
It'll probably be after Ramadan. Yeah, so let me do that. All right. Assalamu alaikum and Ramadan Mubarak.
Salam Ramadan Mubarak.
Brother Hassan had a question about sending a donation through Cash App.
Yeah, we don't have that.
Yeah, we're not set up for Cash App, but I mean it's using this new Zeppy thing is the exact same procedure. You're still going to enter the same information into Zeppy that you would have to enter into Cash App to make a donation. So
Can he use the link that we sent?
Yeah, you can use it. You just have to put in credit card or something of that nature. Personally, I've definitely most cases I either use Cash App or hmm, I forget the other thing. What do
Was
I?
Zelle the other one that you used?
No. Well, I put it in the chat when I find it. Let me get
Okay.
my mind to it.
Yeah, I
Now,
think
now your credit card information will be secure now with that link.
Okay, all right,
It'll be secure.
okay.
Sure. And it won't be shared with, they don't share the information. So, but the only other secure way is you can mail us a check, but that takes more effort, right?
Yeah, it takes more effort, but I'll I'll get it. I get it. Well,
Yeah,
like you say, I'll use the credit card.
if you don't mind. It should be all right.
Yeah, sure.
Inshallah. I would say, I get Cash App, but I don't want to do it that way either because that now they tracking that as my income. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
yeah, and that whole
PayPal is what I was
co-mingling.
talking about. PayPal.
Yeah, PayPal. Yeah.
oh, PayPal. Okay.
Well, I'm saying that just to say maybe we can we put that on, add that or is
Yeah,
that
I'm at to work on that.
yeah.
I can work on that.
Yeah.
I'll see if I can. I know we can probably do it, but
Yeah, but don't do it. I mean, if it's not, if you don't think it's necessary, personally, I'm an old man, so I use Cash App, Zelle, and all that stuff I got, but I never use it. I just, I never use it. But I mean, it's good for me. For me right now, I'll use a credit card. It's not a problem. I really was just in my head. It was okay. I'm so used to Cash App and
yes, sir.
PayPal, so I just asked the question. But
Well,
I think you don't put yourself
yeah,
through that if it's not, you know,
no, it depends on how much you're sending. Now, put it in chat how much you're sending, so that'll determine whether it's a problem or not.
that's a good idea.
All right, brother. Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam.
All right. So I think we're good on uh on all those aspects of payment, payment to being able to receive payments, donations, being able to now register and pay for the seminars. Can be good there. Got the format down. Hopefully this coming week, I'll have a 100% positive outcome on Launch Good. Did get everything submitted. Thank you again, Omar, for what you put forward. All that is submitted. I just haven't heard a final word from them. So hopefully that will happen here in the next 48 hours, so that we know that we also have an opportunity to raise money that way. And I got nothing else. I mean, if there's really nothing else for us to really get into this particular Sunday, I know that all of us have, Ramadan related activities that we can involve ourselves in. And we've got our reading of the Quran and just contemplation this month. So if there be nothing else, I will ask the Imam Tariq to close us out this morning.
ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
Well, alaikum salam and Ramadan Mubarak,
Alaikum
everyone.
assalam.
Everybody,
Have a wonderful day.
inshallah, are we?
Yes. Week, month,